everybody, welcome back to the filthiest channel on YouTube, Neon Motherfucking Trash. You got your host, Tommy the Hammer, coming at you guys again with hopefully another interesting movie review. We're going to be flying into this one blind, and it's called Dark Sister. I know nothing about this movie outside of the fact that I bought it at a library sale for an obscenely cheap price. But from what I gather, it's kind of a modern day film noir or neo-noir giallo film. You guys know this. I love European Italian movies, and any type of film that delves into that pond a little bit, well, you know what? I'm going to take a dip myself. So without further ado, guys, let's get right into the review. You guys know this routine. Check out that motherfucking trailer. Peep that shit. And when you guys get back, you're going to know this guy's opinion on Dark Sister. Let's go, girl.
It is how they communicate with us. So this is the sun.
I think so.
It wasn't raining.
What does it matter if it's raining?
Everything matters.
It didn't just feel like I was watching her die, it felt like I killed her.
You are making progress. Trust me.
Your style certainly developed.
They're dreams.
What the hell is going on, Cassie?
Today I met someone and then I saw him in my vision. Each one of these is a real person.
I didn't know you were watching us all this time. The game is easy. All you have to do is catch me. Cry, baby, bunting. Daddy's gonna hunting.
Everything's going to be all right.
We can catch whoever's doing this.
Wanna play hide and seek?
Always get what I want. How do you believe me? I always did.
Well, I learned a great deal about myself while watching the movie Dark Sister here. Well, maybe not so much about myself, but more so about my perspective when it comes down to the world of cinema in general. In terms of mainstream, big budget Hollywood affairs, one of my biggest gripes with those movies is the overproduction. I really hate a bunch of money being sunk into some overbloated, over-the-top Hollywood affair. I feel like the same thing could be said about people that enjoy those movies when reflecting upon independent, low-budget affairs. I'm sure those people watch those movies and they go, you know what? I can't get into films that are low-budget with no-name actors and special effects that aren't top of the line, things of that nature. So the movie Dark Sister is definitely an interesting film. The director obviously loves the genre that he is drawing most of his influences from, which is essentially European Italian films, and that's not a bad thing. This entire movie has a beautiful sense of cinematography. Everything from the lighting, to the camera angles, to the overall wardrobe chosen for each of the actors really full sends this giallo, old school film noir vibe that they are going for with this movie here. But the question remains, does that make for a good movie? Yes and no in this case. This is the type of movie that I would love to revisit because there is a lot going on between the lines here. You really have to kind of focus. Initially with this film, you're not given much explanation to the main characters or what's going on with the story. But by the very end, you are given a ton of information about the main characters and the overall direction of the story. Whether or not you gel with these elements definitely depends upon the individual and the audience member. The basic premise to this film is about a young girl who happens to be a painter, and she's got a few problems to say the very least. One of which is that whenever she has a dream, it's from the perspective of a serial killer. Yeah, not something you like to wake up to every morning. But it really goes into a deeper and darker and subterranean level than just simply that. One thing I really did like about the movie Dark Sister is that it is an Australian film. Very weird, because there aren't many giallo movies made from Australia, and this one right here is probably the second one that I've seen. You definitely get that Aussie vibe, that kind of rough around the edges punk rock execution that a lot of Aussie directors kind of bring to the table, but then at the same time you've got that kind of classy European wit that you would see in like Dario Argento or Lucio Fulci or Mario Bava movies. So guys, without going into too deep of a dive on the old movie Dark Sister here, I think I'm going to go ahead and give it straight up a flat 5, almost a 5.5 with room to grow. I would love to revisit this movie and maybe even check it out in the group setting, because this has midnight movie written all over it. I hope I've been informative, guys. Until the next time, tune in to Neon Motherfucking Trash. Good night, folks. Cheers.